we know, the end of last season, Dean and Cass gets into purgatory. We find that Dean has gotten out, and the time that he spent there and what happened there has kind of changed his outlook and his perspective on things. So, he's basically, these guys are always kind of at war with the evils of the world, but he got kind of a heavy dose of it down there because he's surrounded by all the things that he kills, when he's topside. So it was almost a concentrated version of what he's used to. So he's come back really a hardened warrior and ready to use those kind of sharpened skills in the real world. And so he's kind of, he's a soldier. He's just got back from war, and it's a little. It's going to take him a little while to adjust to the lack of threat, the lack of combat that he's going to be doing up here. And I think that that's kind of why that's his motivation in a sense, is that it's almost like I think I may have even used this analogy before, but in the Hurt Locker, when Jeremy Renner's character comes back from war and he's sitting there looking at a cereal box aisle, and it's just so foreign to him. But what isn't foreign is being on the ground and fighting, and I think that Dean is feeling a sense of that kind of. I spent, and it's a year that he spent down in purgatory, so he was down there for a whole year doing this and fighting and battling nonstop, covered in blood, covered in mud, covered in dirt for 12 months. And now he's back topside. I mean, he's got his car, he's got his brother, he's got Nate, but it's just, it's like, wow, didn't realize how easy he had it up here. Well, like I said, it's going to take a little bit of time to kind of warm back up to the relationship that Sam had, or that he has with Sam. There's also what Sam did for the past year, which kind of compacts the odd element that these two brothers have spent, not only have spent time apart, but it's what they were doing. Whereas Dean was in this concentrated war zone, and Sam was literally just the opposite. So it really, these two brothers have really been living two different lives for the past year, and now they're having to come back together and pick up kind of where they left off, and it just poses a bit of a problem. We get a sense of what happened to Dean in purgatory and flashbacks throughout the first, we're episode 7 now. We're still continuing to kind of peel that onion. So, and also with Sam, what he was doing topside for the year, we start getting flashes of that. In this episode in particular, we get a big chunk of kind of what he was doing while Dean was away, and excuse me, that information is sensitive, especially to the relationship that he has with his brother, because maybe he wasn't doing what his brother would want him to do. So just kind of having all that information come to light is going to obviously pose problems with the relationship. But at the end of the day, they're still brothers, still have each other's back, and it'd take way too much to break that. Yeah, I'm really excited about that relationship, just on a personal level, because it's not only introducing a new character who I think is really cool, and I don't know if you guys have had a chance to talk to or see any of Ty Olson's stuff, but he's a really fantastic actor. He and I clicked right off the bat, and the character is I think a really great kind of contemporary for Dean. He's now got somebody that he's shared this. It's a foxhole relationship in a sense. He's been at war with this guy, and at first, obviously, because like you said, on paper, it's not the kind of character Dean would allow to live, much less team up with. And then he really earned his stripes with Dean. He earned his trust, which is really difficult not only for Dean to understand, but even more difficult for Sam to understand when Dean comes back. So not only is it a unique, odd relationship for Dean to have after many years of fighting these things, but now to explain that relationship to his brother is going to pose some serious questions and some difficult things ahead. So and for that reason, I think it's a great addition to the story.